I hope you are listening to me. Hi to everyone. Hi Sai Satvik. Hi Gayatri. Hi Chandu. Hi Manashwini. Hi Lakshmi, Prasanna Lakshmi, Vinaya. Hi. Hello. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Great. I hope so. Most of you have joined the session, right? So, yes, yesterday we have started the first day of the internship program, right? So, in the yesterday section, we have seen what is an artificial. Will you please tell me what are the things that we have covered in the yesterday section? నిన్న మనం సెషన్ లో ఏం చూసాం ఒకసారి చెప్తారా నాకు జస్ట్ గివ్ మీ ది బ్రీఫ్ అవుట్లైన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎస్టర్డే సెషన్ వన్స్
We discuss about what is
Finding
artificial
items
intelligence and about Turing test and types of artificial
about
intelligence.
items.
We discuss about AI terminologies and AI across industries, different industries. I mean applications of AI.
yes then we have seen how what is a market space of AI, right? Great, great. Thank you. Thank you. I have seen, I am also getting the many responses in the chat. Like we have seen the types of AI, what is AI, categories of AI, right? Applied AI. Yeah, all the things that we have covered in the yesterday section, right? Great. Right. So now what we do, we are taking one step ahead, right? ఒక స్టెప్ మనం ముందుకు వేస్తున్నాము to build these. Now we understood what is artificial intelligence and the terminology of the artificial intelligence, right? Now what we do, to build these AI applications, we need a one programming language, right? So why? Because actually whatever the applications we are having, it should be run on the system or the computer, right? సో ఇది మన సిస్టంలో కంప్యూటర్లో రన్ అవ్వాలి అంటే వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ ఏ ప్రోగ్రామ్, వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్ ది అప్లికేషన్. సో టు రైట్ ఆర్ టు కమ్యూనికేట్ విత్ ది సిస్టమ్ we should have one programming language, that programming language that we are discussing now in this section. So from today onwards, maybe the around the 10 to 15 hours we will be spending, maybe 10 hours we might be spending on the respective programming language that we use to build the AI applications, right? So let's start with the session. I hope you all are excited, right? So yeah, please give me a quick thumbs up in the chat so that we can start. In chat, I need a thumbs up. Great, great. So yeah, let me start. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. And I hope the PPT is also visible. Is the PPT visible? Just say visible. Visible, right? Great. So yeah, let me keep it in the presentation mode. Now, in this section, what we do, we try to look at the programming language to build these AI applications. ఈ AI అప్లికేషన్ బిల్డ్ చేయడానికి మనకు ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఒక లాంగ్వేజ్ కావాలి. దాని గురించి మనం డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నాం, రైట్? దట్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఈస్ here that you can see on screen, that is Python programming language, right? The programming language that we are looking at here, it is a Python programming language. Right. So I hope so, and we'll be looking at the basic installation also. I hope so. Most of you know about the Python programming language. Why? Because I'm expecting that you all are from the third year of BTech and the fourth year of BTech, right? సో ఇన్ యువర్ కరికులం మీరు చాలా మందికి మీ కరికులంలో ఈ పైథాన్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఆల్రెడీ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది అనుకుంటున్నాను నేను, రైట్? Even though let's have a look at the Python programming language from the basics, right? So let's try to understand everything. to build these AI applications, right? So let's start with the session. So yeah, this is outline. We will be looking at what is a programming and what are the high level programming languages that we are having, and we'll be looking at what is a Python programming. I request you people to don't take any control, right? So ఇక్కడ మీరు నచ్చింది ఏదో రాసేసుకుంటున్నారు. Please don't do that. Please don't take the control, right? Please, and we'll be looking at the compiler versus interpreter, and we'll be looking at why the Python program is very easy, right? And we look at what is the importance of the Python programming, and then we will look at how to install the Python programming by using Anaconda, and I will be sharing you the video link also in the WhatsApp group, right? So that with that reference, if you don't know how to install the Python program, how to install the Python with the help of Anaconda, right? You can able to do that, and we will be looking at the summary at the end, right? So now let's start with the thing. I hope most of you know about what is programming, right? So what is a programming, friends? So programming is a process of creating a set of instructions for a computer to perform some simple tasks, so specified tasks. ఏదో ఒక వర్క్ చేయాలి అంటే suppose we need to computer is a some kind of mission, right? We need to instruct the machine to perform some kind of task. So our steps మనం ఎలా ఇవ్వాలి? How are we going to instruct the computer? Like in the step by step format, right? We need to give the set of instructions. ముందు ఈ పని చేయి, దాని తర్వాత ఈ పని చేయి, దాని తర్వాత ఈ పని చేయి అని చెప్పేసి please, please, right? So yeah, we need to provide the instructions to the computer to perform some specific task that you can see here. It is a kind of flow chart, right? What is this? Is a simple flow chart, and we have started with something, and we are assigning some a and b values. Then we are doing the summation. Then it is end. These are the set of instructions that we can give to the computer to perform the summation of the two variables, right? That is simply program. So what are the key aspects with the computer programming? Like yes, logical thinking, it will improve, right? We'll be writing the lots of code to interact with the computer system, and the problem solving skills will be improved with the programming language, right? So I hope we understood what is a programming. Now here we are having different types of programming languages, right? So and here we are having different types of languages even, right? So ఇక్కడ మనం కనుక చూసామనుకోండి, here we are having the mission level language, or we can call it as a low level language. On top of it, we will be having the assembly level language, right? On top of it, we will be having the high level language, right? So high level language is a language. High level language is a language that is very closer to the human level language, right? మనకి ఈజీగా అర్థమవుతుంది, right? High level language ఏదైతే ఉందో, and it is very easy to write the code, right? And whatever the code that we'll be writing by using the high level language, we can easily read it, right? So we will see what are the different languages that we are having in the high level, and I hope so you people know about the assembly level language, the language that we will be writing in the form of mnemonics, right? అంటే ఏంటంటే we'll be working on the registers like add R1 comma R2, right? MUL R1 comma R2, multiplication of the two registers, right? So it is a assembly level language. It is an intermediate language, right? With this we cannot able to, maybe it is not that much readable, and the anta readable aithe kaadu, but we can easily understand it even, right? But there is another language that is the mission language. I hope so you know that the language which is in the form of zeros and ones, right? Mission ki edaithe undo, like if you are having a mission here, right? Mission ki ardhamaya language edaithe undo, there is a mission level language which is in the form of zeros and ones. So all these are the languages we are having, but we will be writing the program in the high level language. But what we do, we will be writing the program in the high level language. Let's see what are the categories that you can see here. We are having the hardware. Hardware is nothing but our computer, like the operating system plus the hardware, operating system plus the maybe Intel, right? The processor, why we call operating system plus process AMD, right? So this is what the hardware is. On top of hardware, we'll be having the machine language that is in the form of zeros and ones. On top of it, we'll be having the assembly level language that is in the form of mnemonics, add A1B, A comma B, something like that. And on top of it, we'll be having the high level language. We are having different types of high level languages like C, C++, Java, right? Python. All these are the different high level languages that we are having. And yes, Python is also Python is one of the most popular and beginner friendly high level language, right? So Python is one of the most popular and beginner friendly high level language. I hope you people understood what is a high level languages, right? So now if you talk about what is a Python programming language, that you can see, yes, Python programming, that just now I told you, it is a high level interpreted language, right? High level interpreted and general purpose programming language. General purpose in the sense, by using the Python we can do any kind of program, we can write any kind of programs, right? And which is created by this guy, right? So here we are having, yeah, మేబీ మీరు ప్రొనౌన్స్ చేసుకోండి, ఎలా ప్రొనౌన్స్ చేస్తారో దీన్ని, యూ ప్లీజ్ ప్రొనౌన్స్ ఇట్. ఇన్ ద ఇయర్ ఆఫ్ 1991, right? So like what are the features of it? Like the key features are something like this: very easy to learn and easy to use, right? It is totally open source and free, right? Open source is something itself, it is a free, right? And it supports the like multiple programming paradigms. Actually, when he created the Python programming language, when we started with the basic version of the Python, they started like only the procedural programming language, right? So only procedures were they started only with the procedures. Then in the coming versions of the Python programming language, like Python like 2.0, then tarvata now we are having the Python 3 point different versions. Now we are having 3.12 which is running, right? 3.12 and 3.13 which is running now, latest version, right? So వీటిలో first ఏంటంటే they started with the only the procedural thing and the functional thing. Later they added the object oriented and all the things, right? And yes, it is having the extensive library and the frameworks. Like if you know the Python programming language, you can get into the any kind of field. We will talk about it, right? So yes, that is a simple Python programming language. Now, if we talk about it, like right, if you see what is a compiler and the interpreter, right? I hope so. Most of you know about the what is compiler and the interpreter. Will you please tell me what is a compiler and the interpreter? Compiler అంటే ఏంటి, ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ అంటే ఎవరైనా చెప్తారా?
Compiler, the one which transfers mission level language to
mission code before
sorry,
the
high level
program
language to
can be
mission
run.
level language.
Interpreter transmits.
Interpreter means it is line by line execution of the program.
Okay.
The compiler and interpreter are both software tools.
ఆ రెండు ఏంటంటే అవి, ఆ రెండు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ టూల్స్ ఏనా? అంటే ఏ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ టూల్స్ అవి, ఏం చేస్తారు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ టూల్స్?
Used in programming.
Chapal, what they do actually, why we use the compiler? I hope you heard about these terms like compiler and the interpreter, right? విన్నారు కదా మీరు?
They translate human language into machine language, sir.
ఓకే, ఎవరమ్మా చెప్పింది?
Sai Charan, sir.
Sai Charan, he's telling that human language to
Machine language.
మిషన్ లాంగ్వేజ్. హ్యూమన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అంటే ఏంటి? మనం మాట్లాడుకునే భాష అదేనా?
NLP sir, NLP language.
ఓకే, ఎన్ఎల్పి మనం మాట్లాడుకునే భాష ఏదైతే ఉందో ఇది మిషన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లో కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి మనం కంపైలర్ యూజ్ చేస్తామా?
Yes sir, compile interpreter sir.
కంపైలర్ అలాగే ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే, అంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా ఎన్ఎల్పి
Interpreter means
అంటే
line execution of the program.
అంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా ఎన్ఎల్ హ్యూమన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అదే లాంగ్వేజ్ డైరెక్ట్ గా మిషన్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లో కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తుంది కంపైలర్ అండ్ ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్. అవునా? ఎస్, యాక్చువల్లీ
No, not like that. Actually, compiler converts high level language to mission level language.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ, దట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ. ఎవరు చెప్పింది?
Geeta, sir.
అమ్మా
Geeta.
Geeta, yes, yes, Geeta is right. So what they do, compiler and interpreter, what they do, they will be converting the high level language, not the human language. మనం మాట్లాడుకునే భాష ఏదైతే ఉందో అది కన్వర్ట్ చేయదు. హై లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజ్, దట్ మీన్స్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ విచ్ ఇస్ రిటెన్ ఇన్ ది హై లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజెస్ లైక్ మేబీ సి అవ్వచ్చు, C++ అవ్వచ్చు, జావా అవ్వచ్చు, లేకపోతే పైథాన్ అవ్వచ్చు. ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద లాంగ్వేజ్ విచ్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ హై లెవెల్, right? So this compiler, what it will do, it will be taking this high level language as a compiler and just it will be converting into the like a mission
source
level
code
language.
into mission code.
Yes, source code into the mission code, right? So what the source code which is in the form of the high level language, right? Great. So and what the interpreter do, interpreter also do the same thing. అవునా? ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ ఏం చేస్తుందండి? ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ కూడా చేసే పని అదే. Let me clean up this part here. So let's see that what the interpreter do. Interpreter is also do the same. So the compiler is something that it will be taking the high level language as input and converting to the mission level. And what the interpreter do, interpreter also do the same thing. It will be converting the high level language into the mission level language. Then what is the difference between the both? Then what is the
Compiler
Compiler compile the whole program single time.
Yes, compiler
మొత్తం
compiles the
అంత
whole
ప్రోగ్రామ్
program at a time.
కంపైల్ చేసి హై లెవెల్ టు లో లెవెల్ మార్చడం వల్ల
Yes,
మార్చడం అనేది కంపైలర్ చేస్తుంది. ఇంటర్ప్రిటర్ ఏంటంటే లైన్ బై లైన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తుంది. దానివల్ల ఏంటంటే ఎక్కడ ఎర్రర్ ఉంది అనేది మనం ఫాస్ట్ గా గెస్ చేయొచ్చు సార్.
identify చేయొచ్చు.
ఎస్ సార్.
Yes, exactly, right. So what the compiler do, compiler will be taking the whole program at a time and it will be converting it to the mission language. But the interpreter is the other side, it will be translating or it will be compiling or interpreting line by line, right? So that is what the main difference between the compiler and the interpreter, that you can see compiler converts the program into the machine code as a whole. The interpreter converts the program into the machine code line by line, right? So because of these reasons, here the compilation process is a fast. Why? Because it will be converting the whole program at a time into the machine code, but the interpreter process is slow, right? But coming to the debugging, that means error finding, compiler is slow, but interpreter is well in the compilation, well in the error finding, debugging, right? Good in the debugging. Why? Because interpreter ఏం చేస్తుందండి, ఎక్కడైతే ఎర్రర్ వచ్చిందో it will be stopping at that point and it will be throwing the error to us in the interpreter. But coming to the compiler, it will be throwing the all errors at a time, right? It will be throwing the all errors at a time if there are any errors in the program. In that case, it will be difficult for us to find the errors and debug the program, right? That is what the main difference between the compiler and the interpreter. Now, will you please tell me whether the Python is a compiled program, compiler program, or a interpreted program? Python.
Interpreted programs.
Interpreter.
Exactly. So the Python, whatever we are having, it is an interpreted programming language, right? So it makes easy to debug and test the program, right? I hope it is clear to everyone. It is very important when you are attending any kind of interviews, they will be asking you the difference between the compiler and the interpreter, and they will be asking what the program, whether the program is interpreter or a compiler, something like that, right? It is important. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now, if we talk about this, why the Python programming is easy, right? So now let's see. Suppose if you look at this diagram, right? So will you please tell me what is a programming language this is? ఇక్కడ మనం 1 ఒక లెక్క 2 ఇక్కడ 3 అని పెట్టుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. ఫస్ట్ ది ఏ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ చెప్పండి నాకు. ఏపా ఎవరికి తెలీదా? హలో
Sir, we can't.
Sir, actually screen is not visible, sir.
ఇది ఏ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ కి సంబంధించింది?
Sir, we can't
ఇప్పుడు
visible to see the screen, sir.
అవునా?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
స్క్రీన్
sir.
కనిపించట్లేదా?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
కనిపించట్లేదు.
Yes, sir, clear.
ఎందుకు కనిపించట్లేదు? Let me share my screen once again. I hope my screen is shared. Let me share it once again. I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
కనిపిస్తుంది.
Sare. Right. So I hope it is visible right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి. If it is 1, 2 and 3, ఫస్ట్ అనేది ఏ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ సంబంధించింది?
Java, sir.
Java, sir.
Java, sir.
Java. Next one,
C, sir. C, sir.
C language. Third one,
Python, sir.
Python, sir.
Python, sir.
okay, చాలా మందికి అయితే అందరికి పైథాన్ అనేది ఏంటో తెలుసు. So no need to discuss about the Python then. So whenever I am asking something to you, you will be giving me the answer directly. That's great. Okay. Fine. Then will you please tell me what is the output that we are getting from this program?
Hello world.
Hello, world.
Hello world. Hello world.
Hello.
Hello world can be printed, sir.
Hello world. ఇక్కడ కూడా what is the
Hello
output?
Hello, world, sir.
Hello world only. ఇక్కడ
Hello, world, sir.
ఇక్కడ కూడా మనకు వచ్చేది hello world. So that means actually to print the hello world program, right? Here you can see the like number of lines that we are writing in the different programming languages, right? If you see the Java lo kanaka chusamankondi, we are writing all these lines to just print the hello world program, right? Alage C lo kanaka chuste, again in the C also we are writing all the header files, main function, and inside the main function we are writing all the code to just print the hello world statement, right? And when it comes to the Python programming language, it is very simple and very straightforward statement that we are writing here to print the hello world program, right? And the simple gundo chudandi. Suppose maybe we are techies, manaki suppose if maybe if one don't know about the Python programming language, don't have any kind of programming experience, వాళ్ళు కనుక పైథాన్ వాళ్ళు కనుక ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ సైడ్ లోకి రావాలి అనుకుంటే, మేబీ ది నార్మల్ like the basic science students, science degree students or something like that, if they want to get into the programming side, right? వాళ్ళు కనుక suppose if they start with the Java programming language, it will be very difficult for them to understand what is a class, what is a public, static, void, main, strings, args, and all the keywords, right? That means what we are doing here, we are just printing the hello world statement. ఈ hello world statement print చేయడానికి వాళ్ళు ఏం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, అసలు క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి, క్లాస్ నేమ్ అంటే ఏంటి, పబ్లిక్ స్టాటిక్, ఈ కీవర్డ్స్ అన్ని అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. బట్ మేబీ ఎవరైతే వాళ్ళకి టీచ్ చేస్తున్నారో, ఇఫ్ మైట్ బి ఓకే, యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నో యూ డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్ ఆల్ ది కీవర్డ్స్, మీరేం కంగారు పడదు ఈ కీవర్డ్స్ గురించి. జస్ట్ రైట్ ది కోడ్ టు ప్రింట్ ది హలో వర్డ్ అంటే దే కెనాట్ ఏబుల్ టు డైజెస్ట్ ది ప్రోగ్రామ్. They cannot able to digest the program, right? So it is very difficult. Even it comes to the C language also, they need to understand what is a header file, why all these functions and all, right? They need to understand the whole structure, right? But it comes to the Python programming language. సపోజ్ ఎవరైనా కొత్తగా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ సైడ్ వస్తున్నారు అనుకోండి, ఓకే బాబు నీకేం కావాలి, నువ్వైనా స్టేట్మెంట్ ప్రింట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నావా, ఓకే సింపుల్ గా ప్రింట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ యూజ్ చేయి, దాని లోపల బ్రేసెస్ పెట్టు, డబుల్ కోట్స్ పెట్టు, యూ రైట్ సంథింగ్ ఇన్సైడ్ ఇట్. ఇలాగా హలో వరల్డ్ అని ఇస్తావో లేకపోతే నీకు నచ్చిందని ఇస్తావో ఇచ్చేసుకో, యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ ది అవుట్పుట్. సో ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ వాడు రాసి, ఎవరైతే కొత్తగా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ నేర్చుకుంటున్నాడో, ఎప్పుడైతే వాడు ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి అవుట్పుట్ అనేది చూసాడో, దెన్ హీ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ ది మోర్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఇన్ ది ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ సైడ్, right? Then he will be getting the interest in the programming side, right? So maybe the techie students, like maybe the BTech students ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, they easily digest the keywords of this programming. బట్ ఎవరైతే టెక్కీ కాకుండా ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో, మేబీ ఫ్రమ్ ది నార్మల్ సైజ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, వాళ్ళు కనుక ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ సైడ్ లోకి వచ్చి వాళ్ళు ఈ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ని అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటే, ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ ఫర్ దెమ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ఆల్ ద కీవర్డ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్, రైట్? ఈవెన్ దో నేను ఇప్పటికిప్పుడు మిమ్మల్ని క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి, పబ్లిక్ స్టాటిక్ వాయిడ్ అంటే ఏంటి అని చెప్పేసి మిమ్మల్ని అడిగినా, యూ మైట్ బి ఏబుల్ టు ఆన్సర్ ద థింగ్స్. ఇట్ ఈస్ డిఫికల్ట్, right? So I hope you are getting my point, right? So that's why the Python is very easy compared to the other programming languages, right? ఇక్కడ మనం మాట్లాడుకుంటే, ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ టేక్ ఎనీ కంట్రోల్. అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ యూ, ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ టేక్ ఎనీ కంట్రోల్ ఓవర్ యూ, రైట్? సో కంట్రోల్ తీసుకోవద్దండి, ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ డూ దాట్. So I hope you are getting my point. Yeah, it is very easy to write the program in the Python language, right? ఎవరైతే కొత్తగా ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారో, ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఈజీ. And yes, obviously it is very important too. Why? Because that you can see here, it is a versatile, if you know about the basic Python syntax, if you know how to write the basic Python programming, how to write the basic Python programs, if you know the basic concepts of the Python programming language, right? Then you can easily develop the web applications by using the Python programming language, and you will be easily develop the data science applications, machine learning, and AI applications. You can do the automation, right? So you can do all these things by using the Python programming language, and it is one of the most demanded programming language when it comes to the 2023 and 2024, right? As per the LinkedIn, right? And it is an open source programming language. You will be having there is a lot of community available in the part of the Python programming language, right? And every time you can find the lot of libraries, open source libraries that you can easily find in the Python in part of anything. అలాగే if you talk about the main tech companies, ఏదైనా tech companies చూసారనుకోండి, the most of all the tech companies, they are using Python in their applications, right? You can see that Spotify avvachu, Quora avvachu, Uber, Google avvachu, all these are the main tech companies that are using the Python at some place, right? Maybe back end avvachu, front end avvachu, at some place they are using the Python, right? I hope it is clear. Now I hope you understood what is a Python programming language, and what is the importance of the Python programming language and all, right? It is very basic introduction I want to give you, and I don't want to make you bore on these concepts and all, right? Now we will see how to just install. Now we will see how to install the Python programming by using the Anaconda, right? So let me just take you a tour on it. Sir Harsha, sir, maybe you can remove them if I think you are having the control over that.
Yes, sir.
Harsha,
Remove.
sir. So Ocean Apps teams, please, if there are any something like that, please take, please uh, make them out of the session, please.
Sure, sir.
Right. Yes, thank you. Right. So now let me share my screen and let me show you yes, I hope my screen is visible. Right. Install Anaconda. Now we are looking at how to install the Anaconda. I'm not going to take the whole process, just I will show you. All right. So what is the importance of Anaconda and how can we install? Anyhow, I will be sharing you the video in your WhatsApp group so that you can install it. Right. So I am hoping that most of you are aware of how to install the Anaconda in your system, and I hope so. Most of you are having Anaconda in your systems, right? So just if you're not having, suppose me systems lo kanaka Anaconda kanaka lekapothe, you just maybe you can follow my steps, right? Instructions that in a browser like in a Google you can type like install Anaconda, then you will be getting the first link Anaconda download, right? So Anaconda is a one of the distribution which is created by the data scientist for the data scientist, రైట్. ఇది క్రియేట్ చేసింది ఎవరు అంటే గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా సైంటిస్ట్ ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళు క్రియేట్ చేశారు. ఎవరి కోసము? డేటా సైంటిస్టుల కోసం క్రియేట్ చేశారు, రైట్. సో విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ Anaconda we can easily actually without Anaconda also we can directly install the Python. If you go to the python.org, python.org, right? So the first link from here also you can directly install the Python. So the now the latest version of the Python that we are having is 3.13.1, 3.13.1. This is the version that we are having. You directly click on it and you can directly install in your system. But I recommend you to install the Python with the help of the Anaconda, right? If you install the Anaconda in your system, right, Python is also will be installed directly, right? You no need to install it again. But it is a very good distribution that we are having a lot of uses. It comes to the machine learning and the deep learning, right? So in the journey we can understand what are the things that we can do by using the Anaconda distribution. So now if you see it will support the lot of the packages that you can see here. Different IDEs unnai manaki. I hope so you people know about what is an IDE, right? Maybe in the next section we will talk about the IDE, right? IDE గురించి కూడా మనం మాట్లాడుకుందాము. అసలు what is the IDE and what is the importance of the IDE, right? Here we are having the different types of IDEs available, right? This is a IDE, Spider is a IDE, right? We are having all these IDEs and some of the packages also there, like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, right? So for the data analysis, right? And the scikit-learn for the machine learning, right? And these TensorFlow, PyTorch, right? All these for the deep learning and all, right? Some of the libraries that we'll be looking at here, right, in this internship. So it is very easy to maintain all the things with the help of the Anaconda. Now what we do to install it, ఇది మనం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవడానికి just click on the install Anaconda, then we go to the free download, click on the free download, then skip the registration, right? Then you will be landing on this page, Anaconda installation, right? So depends upon your system, it will recognize your system's operating system, right? You can directly click on it here, right? So if you install the Anaconda, you will be getting the Python with the version 3.12, right? Python version manki 3.12 మీకు ఇన్స్టాల్ అవుతుంది. Just click on it, it is a 1 GB file, right? So అది మీరు క్లిక్ చేసి డైరెక్ట్ గా you can install it here. When you are installing it, it will be something like this, right? First it will be asking you the setup, then you need to click on the next button, then you need to agree the license, then you need to just take the recommendation next one, then you need to select the path where you want to install this, then click on the next, then at the next step you can install this Anaconda in your system, right? So anyhow, I will be sharing you the video, right? One video in the WhatsApp group so that you can easily install it in your system. After installing it, you can check where it is installed, where the Python is installed in your system. Maybe it will be in the C drive, right? And in the users, right? Maybe you can go to your own users, right? From then you can find the Anaconda. This is Anaconda which is installed here, right? So after installing it, what you need to do, మన ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ కూడా ఈ పాత్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ లో యాడ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ లైక్ హియర్ we are telling the whole system that Python is like Anaconda is available at this location. ఈ లొకేషన్ లో Python అనేది ఉంది అని చెప్పేసి, Anaconda అనేది ఉంది అని చెప్పేసి మనం హోల్ సిస్టమ్ కి చెప్తున్నట్టు, రైట్? సో హియర్ environment env, maybe env అని కొట్టారనుకోండి, environment, edit the system environment variables, దీని మీద క్లిక్ చేస్తే you will be getting this kind of window, right? And environment variables, click on the environment variables, then here system variables logo vachi you can click on the path, right? You can add the Anaconda to these variables here. Here you can see I have added the Anaconda here, right? So I hope it is clear, right? And then if everything is fine, then you can check whether the Python is available or not in our system now. So for that, what you can do, you can search here for the Anaconda prompt. మీరు కనుక Anaconda మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారు అనుకోండి, right? So you will be getting a separate command prompt for the Anaconda also. Like మనకి Windows లో ఎలాగైతే like కమాండ్ లైన్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఉంటుందో, ప్రాంప్ట్ సిఎండి ఉంటుందో, అలాగే మనకి Anaconda కూడా ఉంటుంది. Anaconda అని ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, you can see the Anaconda prompt over here. Just click on the Anaconda prompt, right? And you can type here actually ఇదేంటి అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ బేస్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్. దీన్ని బ్రాకెట్ లో ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఉందో దీన్ని ఏమంటారు అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ బేస్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ అంటారు, right? We will talk about the environments in the coming sections, right? We can create our own environment for our own project. ప్రతి ప్రాజెక్ట్ కి మనకు కావాల్సిన ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ ని మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ద Python version, right? Every version, every project might be having the different Python version. Yes, we can create our own independent Python version, Python environment, independent Python environment for the project, and in that environment we can add we can install our respective Python version and the respective packages also. అవన్నీ మనం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. Now we will talk about it. Maybe at this point you might be overwhelming on by listening all the things, but it is totally fine. Just ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పేది ఏదైతే ఉందో వినండి. Now what we do to check the Python version, you open the Anaconda prompt and you can say Python -- version. If you enter it, you can find the Python version which is available in the base environment. This is a Python version, right? So maybe I hope if you are doing along with me, if you are already having the Anaconda in your system, and you can check the Python version like this, Python -- version, right? Suppose if I want to try the Python here itself, then what you can do, Python and చెప్పి రాసి, if you just click on the enter, then we will be entering in the Python environment, right? And here you can use the Python like 3 plus 6. If you click on the enter, you will be getting the output 9, right? 3 into 8. If you click on the enter, you will be getting the output 24, right? And if you want to write any, like suppose if you want to write print, right, inside it, hello world, right? Then if you enter it, yes, we will be getting the output hello world, right? Like this you can just check the Python here. Suppose మీరు ఏదైనా ప్యాకేజ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారనుకోండి, whether it is working or not, ఏదైనా మీరు చెక్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే, from the the fast checking purpose, from the command prompt itself you can check everything. Now if you want to come out of the Python environment, ఈ Python నుంచి నేను బయటికి రావాలి అనుకుంటే, again I want to come to the like this prompt, ఈ ప్లేస్ లోకి నేను రావాలి అనుకుంటే, just you click on the exit and enter, you will be coming out of it, right? So this is what the Python, if it is working like this, then it is everything is fine, everything is good at your system, right? With the Anaconda prompt and all, right? Suppose if you install the Anaconda in your system, right, you will be getting the Anaconda navigation bar, Anaconda navigator. If you search for the Anaconda, you will be finding the Anaconda navigator, right? So click on it. It will be a huge distribution. I don't recommend you to open the Anaconda navigator every time. ప్రతిసారి Anaconda navigator ని మనం ఓపెన్ చేయాల్సిన పని లేదు. Why? Because it is a huge distribution. It will take a time to open, right? Just I want to show you now itself. And the next time I'm not going to open this navigator again, right? So it will take like maybe the seconds of time, like 30 to 40 seconds. Yeah, it is opened. So this is the Anaconda navigator, right? No need to worry by looking at the interface and all. I hope so most of you know about the interface, right? So ఇక్కడ మనం చూడాల్సింది ఏంటంటే, if you open it for the first time, that you can see the environment here. ఇక్కడ మీ టాప్ లోకి వస్తే, right? So ఇక్కడ మీ టాప్ లోకి వస్తే, it is on the base environment, right? That you can see it is on the base environment. Now if you click on it, here I'm having the lots of environments which are available, right? All these are the environments that I have created, right? But you no need to, I will tell you, if the environments are not at your end, if you are having only the base environment, that is enough. I will show you, I will tell you how to create the environment, depends upon the situation. We will talk about it, right? And here you will be getting the different types of IDEs, that you can see the PyCharm as IDE, Jupyter Notebook as IDE, right? Spider as IDE, Visual Studio Code as IDE. All these are the different IDEs available, and remaining things are not required for us now, right? Don't worry about the remaining things like Anaconda Toolbox and Anaconda Cloud Notebook and ఇవన్నీ వీటి గురించి మనకు పెద్దగా ఆలోచించాల్సిన పని లేదు. So here most of the time we will be using these two, right? Visual Studio Code and the Jupyter Notebook, right? And the Visual Studio Code itself, it is enough to actually it also supports the Jupyter Notebook, but I like to use the Jupyter Notebook directly instead of using the Visual Jupyter Notebook version of the Visual Studio Code. So yeah, we will be interchanging parallelly, right? ఒకసారి దీంట్లో చూస్తే ఇంకోసారి దీంట్లో కూడా మీకు ఏ విధంగా చేయాలో ఈ రెండింటి గురించి నేను చెప్తాను. So that depends upon your interest, you can use it, right? So that's it for the Anaconda Navigator and all. Let me close this, right? So yeah, I hope you understood what is this Anaconda and how to install this Anaconda in our system, right? I recommend you to please install the Anaconda only, right? Don't go with the plain Python, right? So I hope you got my point, right? So yeah, if it comes to the next one, yeah, that's it for today. Like I hope you understood the whole thing for today, right? So what we have seen what is a Python programming language, right? The importance of the Python programming language, right? And then we have seen the importance of the Anaconda for the like development. We will talk about the Python from the next section, right? We will see how to we will look at in the next section. We will look at what is a IDE, integrated development environments, right? How to write the programs, and we start with the basic Python and everything in the next section, right? So yeah, that's it for today. I hope the today section is clear to everyone. If you are having any kind of query or something, feel free to ask me. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Yeah. So is the section clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Everything is clear.
Everything is
But request is send me the PDF PPT in the WhatsApp group, sir.
Yeah, sure. I will share the PPT also. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Inka. Right. If you are not having any queries, I request you to please switch on your camera so that we can take a screenshot of the session and we can wind it up. If you are having any queries, feel free to ask me. Hi, Lakshmi Geeta.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening. Yes, please feel free to switch on your camera.